So let's take a look at this problem, and hopefully that will help you through this homework. A local bakery has determined a probability distribution from the number of cheesecakes that they sell in a given day. And we have the chart that is shown there. And we want to answer all of these questions. But first, one of the things we need to do, and really the first question is asking us for it, is to find out what this missing probability is right here. Now, whenever we have a discrete probability distribution, or really any probability distribution, all of the probabilities should add up to 1. So what we need to do is add these up, everything that we have, and subtract them from 1, and what's left over will be the probability for this right here. So I'm going to add 0.13 to 0.56 to 0.01 and 0.05. And that gives me 0.75. And if I subtract 0.75 from 1, that'll make this answer 0.25. So the probability of selling 15 cheesecakes is 0.25. All right, now that we have that, let's answer some of these other questions. We want to know, what is the probability of selling at least 10 cheesecakes? Now, if we think about the word at least, what would be at least 10 cheesecakes? Well, 10 itself would be at least 10 cheesecakes. 15 would be at least 10 cheesecakes. And 20 would be at least 10 cheesecakes. So what we need to do is add up all the probabilities for 10, 15, and 20. So we want to add 0.01 to, we said the 15 was 0.25 to 0.05. And that ends up being 0.31. So we're just adding the probabilities that were in these boxes. Of course, adding that one that we figured out in the very first one. All right, now, for this one, what is the probability of selling 5 or 15 cheesecakes? Okay, so we're going to look at 5. The probability is 0.56. We're going to look at 15. The probability we found for 15 was 0.25. We want to add those two together. So 0.56 plus 0.25 is 0.81. All right, now, what is the probability of selling 25 cheesecakes? Notice there is no 25 in our chart. And if it's not in our discrete probability distribution, its probability is 0. We cannot, or we've never sold 25 cheesecakes, this particular bakery. So we would put 0 there if it's not in the chart. All right, now, the harder question here is give the expected number of cheesecakes sold in a day using the discrete probability distribution. We have to find the mean for this discrete probability distribution. Okay, so finding the mean is not as easy, and I'm going to go to another sheet of paper just to show you. Okay, I just discovered that my Screencast-O-Matic has a beautiful new feature on it, so we'll use that instead of going to a piece of paper. Okay, so we have to find the mean, or the expected number of cheesecakes sold in a day. What we're going to do is multiply each one of these columns together. So I'm going to multiply 0 and 0 and 0.13, and that is 0. I'm going to multiply 5 and 0.56, that is 2.8. And I apologize because I'm kind of writing with my mouse. I'd put it directly beneath that, but I'm a little large writing. And then 10 times 0.01 is 0.1. And then this was 0.25, so 15 times 0.25, and that is 3.75. And then 20 times 0.05. And that's 1. And then if we add up all of these numbers that I just got, that's going to be the expected number of cheesecakes, or the mean. So if I add 0, 2.8, 0.1, 3.75, and 1. So let's see, 4.75, 4.85, 2.8. it ends up being 7.65. So what will go in this blank is 7.65. Okay, now the last one. What's the probability of selling at most 10 cheesecakes? So the most that we will sell will be 10, but we could sell less than 10. So we could sell 0, we could sell 5, or we could sell 10. So we need to add 0.13, 0.56, and 0.01. So let's see, that's going to be 0.60, I think. No, 0.70. Let me put it in my calculator just to be sure. 0.13 plus 0.56 plus 0.01 is 0.70. So hopefully that will help you a little bit to get through the problems that you're stuck on here.